Now, by many accounts, this school year has seemed harder than last year, even with all the issues related to remote learning back then. Students and teachers tell us they're feeling overwhelmed from the fights, classroom disruptions, and heightened anxiety of in-person school. Christine Pedawanich spoke with students to give them a chance to vent and tell us how things are going from their perspective. Some of them are young, and parents gave them permission to speak to us.
Sorry. Okay, my name is Grace. I am a senior at McKay High School.
My name is Paul Quash. I'm a senior at North Salem High School.
And my name is Dara Elkana, and I'm a senior at South Salem High School.
All three of these students attend class in Salem-Keizer Public Schools, and all three say this year is a challenge.
There is a lot of more disrespect going around to staff and teachers. There has been more violence and fights going on, and we've never had.
Kids are skipping class. Grace says she sees it when she helps out in the library.
There's tons of kids skipping. I mean, we're talking 30 to 50 kids skipping sometimes. And it's just wow, things have changed.
It's the same thing at North as well. This is a roller coaster where we have really high highs and then really low lows.
These students say everyone seems mentally exhausted.
You just notice the morale is really low in the school.
They say students are also dealing with bullying online.
Just taking pictures of people without their consent. And there might be bad comments about it.
In some cases, that bullying extends to teachers too. Dara says she, Paul, and Grace are all part of an anti-bullying group.
And I mentioned it to one of my teachers, and she's like, can teachers be a part of that? Because I'm getting bullied by students.
It's a whole mess, but we're still trying to figure it out and we're still navigating.
In Vancouver, 9th grader Katie Pyatt has seen similar things.
I've definitely noticed the disrespect being there because a lot of kids don't like wearing their masks and will keep them pulled down and then just ignore the teachers when they ask to pull them up. There have been a few fights as well.
Still, overall, she's happy school is back in person.
Because I get to see my friends a lot more, and it's nicer to see my family a little less after being stuck in the same house with them forever. Rude.
That's her brother, Colin, an 8-year-old in 3rd grade. He says he hasn't seen any fights at his school.
I like how it's actually in person instead of online because I thought that was a lot harder to learn.
Outside of the Portland area, 10-year-old Caleb Duncan is also grateful to be back in person. This year, he's attending a charter school.
And I'm in 5th grade and I go to Dallas, Oregon School District.
He says he's been able to socialize more with other kids and even did a Christmas play.
It's way better. I mean, versus sitting at home all day in front of a screen, it's you can't even compare them. They're so different.
His mom, Janica, has 4 other kids. 2 of them attend public school, one in middle and another in high school. They weren't available to speak to us, but Janica told us what they told her.
The middle school especially is really bad. Kids will just walk out of class. They're thankful to be in person, but it's not quite ideal yet.
Back at Salem-Keizer, students are taking initiative and plan to hold what are being called student engagement cafes.
We get to meet with not just high schoolers, but middle school and elementary. So you get multiple perspectives.
We talk about anti-bullying, we talk about cyberbullying, we talk about mental health problems.
I think the whole process is just to give voice to students.
There's been a lot of change, but I know that change leads to growth.
Christine Pedawanich, KGW News.